To the Derek O'Shea Show. Hope you're having a fantastic morning. First, I just want to start out with an apology. I took my daughter to work the other day, and there is this video circulating the internet, and I am genuinely embarrassed. Here's a picture. She's going viral. She's got her little helmet on. I gave her mic, and I said, honey, pretend like you are a real politician. Pretend like you're a real human being, and this is what happened, and people are laughing at it, and I'm embarrassed by it. So here we go.
What is the crime, sir?
You
specifically.
Isn't she wonderful?
RICO is not a crime.
Amen.
It is a category.
Exactly.
What is the
it's a category of crime.
What is the crime?
I'm just so, like, she's just trying out these new words. She doesn't even know what RICO is. I love her to death. We have so much to get into in today's show. With John Lemon calls Elon Musk racist and is maybe a homophobe or something like that. TikToker goes absolutely bananas and tells everyone to go and squat in as many houses as possible. Daniel Penny's trial is coming up, and so much more. This is the Derek O'Shea Show.
Welcome to the revolution.
What's up, Willie? Good morning. Good morning, my friend. Good morning. Good morning. So much to get into today. I think one of the biggest stories popping around right now is this story right here. Can you think of a world where we constantly change definitions and what that does to the psyche? We talk about that with the woke mind virus and how they constantly change definitions in order to make people feel uncomfortable, in order to make people feel insecure with their own self and question their own reality. Well, this morning we woke up to this, of Google just changing the definition of bloodbath overnight. Over freaking night. And why would they do that? Why would they change a definition like bloodbath? Oh, could it be because of Donald Trump's comments on the word bloodbath and then it going around the media and then the media looking absolutely stupid and taking it out of context? Well, now the idiots can go to Google and look up the word bloodbath and shove it in right-wingers' face and say, see, you guys were the ones that were wrong all the time. But imagine a world where we just constantly change the definition over and over again and what that does to the psyche. The type of cognitive dissonance that comes in play when you have words that are constantly changing, where you're completely uncomfortable with words and you don't even know how to talk to anyone anymore. I run into more people than ever in today's culture where they feel like they have social anxiety because they don't even know how to communicate to one another. The discomfort and confusion and stress and frustration where individuals are struggling to even exist in the common knowledge in today's culture has a direct effect on our internet and the way they control our speech. The kind of communication barriers that take place where you can't even talk to each other because, well, if he's a right-winger, he talks like this, and if they're a left-winger, they talk like that. And so now we can't even have normal conversations with one another and grow because we're so confused at what words mean what to each person. It's a constant learning obstacle. Oh, I'm sorry. Is that what bloodbath means now? Because I grew up in a different time where bloodbath had a direct correlation to economic reasons. We completely don't trust sources anymore because what source, if a source starts using a word that isn't in our vocabulary or uses it in a different context or different way to use it, now we don't trust that source anymore. Constant political discomfort, but most unlikely the emotional and psychological effects that takes place when it comes to definitions is unbelievable. The instability that it can cause. I honestly believe, I genuinely believe, the explosion, that the reason most people have a lot of social anxiety is because of the political climate and the way we treat definitions of words. And the fact that people feel like it's just too much stress to even talk to another person. It's just too much. I'm not going to get into it. I can't go there with that person. I don't want to expose myself by being a right winger because I use bloodbath in the terms of economic reasons. People are too stressed out to talk to one another. This is a problem, and the only way it's going to find a solution is you constantly fighting back and forcing them to change it by only using it the way it was used in the first place. That's genuinely what I believe. But I think this is one of these problems that are silently affecting our kids more than adults. Because adults, we can look at stuff like this and go, this is just silly. I don't need to go there. But kids are directly affected by this because they're looking for authority in their life to ground them. Just my thoughts. I just think it's insane the fact that overnight they're like, you know what? We're changing everything. Willie says, when placing a food order with young people, I find trouble communicating where they had understand and screw up. Well, the younger generations, I will let you know, are so full of anxiety that they can't handle the smallest critiques. They can't handle the smallest criticism because they're so overwhelmed and flooded by emotional stimulus, by criticism, that they become angry, frustrated, shut down, walk away, just quit, give up, all that kind of stuff. It's like a game. It's like gamer syndrome. And you're right, Willie. The younger generation, sometimes you're just like, I don't even want to engage with you because you guys have no emotional regulation in your life. You just flip out on the smallest dime. You're just like, and you're off to the races. I think it's crazy. All right, Anna Kasparian. There's this running joke on this show where Anna is the love of my life. And she might be. And every day that she's alive, I start to question that because she becomes more and more right-wing by the second. Did we implant that here at this show? Maybe. But I want you to listen to this clip because you're seeing more and more left-wingers start to question their own philosophy as they're seeing criminals just getting put out on bail for the most insane crimes known to mankind. And I think also this whole squatter stories that are going around are going to start changing their minds. Because when people don't feel safe, they become a right-winger real quick, don't they? Oh, those fluffy ideas are all of a sudden not as significant when you can't even go outside because you're worried that not only are you going to get killed or something horrible happen to you, but the person that does it is going to get away with it. So what kind of crazy incentive is this? Listen to this epic rant by her.
Dismembering a corpse and hiding a corpse after dismembering it. Not bail eligible. Not a serious crime. I'm not even kidding, guys. Like, when Joy Behar outlined that case, I was like, she's crazy. This isn't a thing. This isn't real. This isn't real. So I looked it up. It's real, guys. It's real. Listen, if being on the left means supporting this, then I'm not on the left, and I'm okay with that.
One more time for all the ears in the back.
Real, guys. It's real. Listen, if being on the left means supporting this, then I'm not on the left, and I'm okay with that. So let me give you the details of the case.
It doesn't mean that.
Okay, I don't know.
You're not leaving the left. Oh, she is, and she's coming over to the right. Oh, Anna. Anna. As the sun finds its way from dusk to dawn, marking the passage of time from grace of its inevitable journey, I've observed the beautiful evolution you have put out in front of me. Your transformation, my love, is just a testament to your ever-curious spirit, but also a reflection of your fearless heart and the desire to seek out your own truth, you dirty dog. Even as the winds of opinion swift and sway around us, I remember the first time I locked eyes with you and you told me if I'm not a left-winger, I don't think I'm a left-winger anymore, I'm a right-winger. right to my face. As you stand on the cusp of a new dawn. A new dawn, a new age. Transitioning from ideologies of the left to embrace the perspective of the right. Ooh, baby, baby. Know that my love for you remains unwavering. The journey you embark upon, this courageous one, filled with challenges and discoveries, a testament to your incredible bravery and the depths of your character. It's not the direction of the wind that defines us, my love, but how we set our sails. Your willingness to explore things like somebody killing somebody else and being put out in bail is just amazing to see. But as you join the right, I see no departure, but an expansion in your incredible journey. A new chapter in the book of life that I'm so privileged to be a part of. I stand beside you, not as a witness of your transformation as a partner, but explore beneath the ideas and ideals that us together. Welcome to the right, Anna. And as we share our lives together on this incredible journey, just know you're welcome here. Yes. And for those that didn't hear it, let's hear it one more time.
On the left, and I'm okay with that. But real. So I looked it up. It's real, guys. It's real. Listen, if being on the left means supporting this, then I'm not on the left. And I'm
yes. Don't say no. Say yes. Woo. This is what happens when you have a brain. When you start to actually analyze information and then come to a different conclusion and be okay with that conclusion. Imagine being in a world where people could just have thoughts and opinions, and if something crossed a line within your own morality, you would question the things that you have supported for a long time. That's the world I want to live in. I want to live in a world where if I start to notice that the Republicans or the right or certain candidates are crossing moral lines within me or being absolutely insane, I will walk away from them as well. That's the world I want to live in. I don't just support people because I have to support somebody. That's ridiculous. And I hope that people start to wake up to this, this feeling of needing to be in a tribe no matter what. I will be on the left. I will be on the right. And I don't care if my candidate's the worst candidate ever, the biggest grifter ever. I'm going to support them till I die. I don't want to live in that world because then they aren't held accountable for their own actions and they can be whoever they want and make the world a living hell. And we just keep voting for the same people? No thanks. So people like Anna, she's going to be absolutely taken over the rigs for having this opinion, for saying, if this makes me a person on the left, I don't want to be a part of the left anymore. Anna, you're in no man's land now. Welcome to the party. You're in my camp. You're in the camp where you just analyze stuff and come up with your own conclusions, and I love to see it. We need more of this kind of stuff in people, especially in podcasts, because dear God, I feel like every podcast, I wonder if these people are being genuine all the time, or they're being honest, or they're just being paid by their own party to say certain things. I love honesty, and honesty gets me going. What's up, Todd? Good morning, Derek. If these illegals think about coming to Mississippi and squatting my house, God help your soul. Yeah, I don't even, what is the squatters' rights in Mississippi? I do wonder about that. Let's get a little palate cleanser. This clip from Joe Biden is one of my favorites.
Wages are up more than prices. Inflation is down dramatically. We have more to do, I get it, we have more to do. But no question our plan of delivering for the American people is working now.
No, it's not. Inflation is actually going up. And you keep talking about wages. I'm not getting a raise, so who's getting this massive raise? Oh, is it government workers? Oh, where you can control that? I want to hear this one more time. Let's break this down, this cognitive dissonance, this insanity where he's trying to stay upon his own narrative. But he's getting tripped up because there's actual truth that are coming out that's saying inflation is actually getting worse and people aren't actually having a good time going to the grocery store anymore. And remember the days of escaping the grocery store for under $100. I can't remember the last time I did that. Here is Joe Biden one more time.
Wages are up more than prices. Inflation is down dramatically.
Wages are up more than prices. What does that even mean? Like, statistically? Percentage-wise? What are you saying? Like the actual prices? Keep going.
We have more to do. I get it. We have more to do.
Hey, guys, I get it. There's more to do because I'm not doing a good job. Look, I get it. Look, guys, Guys, get off my back. Get off my back, okay? We're working here. We're doing things. Okay? Like, we get it. We keep seeing the inflation numbers go up, but get over it. It's 2024. We don't need to think about these things. You're going to live in your tiny apartment and you're going to eat bugs and you're going to be happy. Amen. And we're going to just constantly say the things that tickle your ears and not back up anything that we actually believe because we're Democrats. We're Democrats. We don't have to actually be held accountable to definitions of words or anything that we say. And when we change our mind, we just say, hey, get over it. We got a lot of work to do. God, I hate this clip so much. He just completely forgets and doesn't care about your own experience or the actual truth. And he says, shut up, get over it. Wages are up. My wages aren't up. Are your wages up? These are these things that they just say over and over again so that you start to actually believe it and just repeating it over and over again. Yeah, Derek, wages are up. Wages are up. Wages are up. Wages are up. And then you look at your own life and you're like, my wages haven't gone up in the last 2 to 3 years. Maybe I need to change my wages. Oh, but if I change my wages because I charge different clients for each person, then maybe they can't afford me because they're so strapped for inflation. So people aren't doing well, Biden. I think your messaging can only go so far when the rich people are constantly telling you they're fine, but the poor people aren't. You should probably listen to the poor. Just a question, just a thought, just an answer. In Arizona, squatters can move into abandoned homes. That's crazy. I mean, if they are abandoned and no one comes, fantastic. But if someone comes and then they're like, hey, get out of my house, you should be able to take them out of the house. I mean, that's just how it should be. I know, squatters' rights started out, it's always they take these laws and they think they're just doing it for the good of society. It's when you have a terrible landlord and you don't allow these people to live in these mobile homes and then they just randomly kick them out and they need to have a home. I get that. That's understandable. It's also not your property, so you don't have a choice. But it's now they just taken it too far. Inflation is only a figment of your imagination. Well, it certainly feels like at this point, brother. You aren't experiencing inflation. Your grocery bill has always been this much. You have always spent $100 on milk, idiot. Don't you remember? Okay, let's get another palate cleanser before I got 2 more stories. This from Joe Biden is my favorite. This guy is not ready to run. His campaign trails are going to be absolute trash. Here we go.
And to put this in perspective, whatever prescription you have made by any American drug manufacturer, jump on Air Force One with them. They'll fly to any country, any major city in the world, from Toronto to Berlin to Baghdad, anywhere around the world. We'll get off the plane, you bring that prescription into that country, you'll be able to buy it for 40 to 60% less. It's wrong. So guess what? When we began to manufacture, we negotiate with, when I said Look, Medicare buys all these drugs, billions of dollars worth to take care of Medicare and Medicaid.
Welcome to Air Force One. Come on in. Hop on the airplane. Come and get magical drugs from all countries around the world. Seeing the prices of drugs are different. Are you getting on an airplane, Air Force One, with Joe Biden to see the different prices of drugs everywhere? He's literally telling people to come get drugs with him. Oh, that at the end where he just starts to like ramble off and starts to forget everything. That's where the intern cuts the clip and just stops it. And so you have no context of him just like, and then Medicaid's up. Prices are down. Wages are Medicaid. What? God. Can you imagine voting for Joe Biden with confidence? I just can't at this point, man. I can't imagine walking into the voting booth and looking at the roster and then seeing Joe Biden's name and going, yeah, that guy is ready to stay in charge. He is strong, he is willing, and he is able. God, it's just so stupid. Okay. This clip right here. All right. Don Lemon's show has already started out an absolute riot. He's going after Elon Musk, wondering if he felt uncomfortable because he's gay and black, or a black gay man. This is when you know these people in these newsrooms and these news media companies, they don't have a clue of what they're talking about. They're reading from a teleprompter. This is his deep, profound thought from his interview with Elon Musk. I'm wondering if he hates the gays and the black. Like, shut up. Okay, listen to this.
People have been asking me what I meant by when I said he did not like answering questions or being held to account from people like me. And so people took it to mean a racial thing. I meant someone who has a different worldview. But since people raised it and you said what you said, do you think that he was uncomfortable?
Right, I would never assume that he's racist or homophobic. But it's interesting people are saying that. And I'm just wondering your thoughts as a white woman. Take it away.
You said what you said. Do you think that he was uncomfortable? I didn't want to go there. Right. Do you think he was uncomfortable sitting in front?
I'm not going there. I'm just asking questions. This is my way of not emotionally investing in what I actually believe in, or actually putting my cojones out for you to see and say, this is actually my deepest truth that I've been thinking about. This is me just asking questions. I love when media personalities do that. This is like one of the things I hate the most of, like, critics are saying that you are gay. Is that true? It's critics, not me. Not me. It's just critics. I would never. Not me. I'm a welcoming and open personality. Not me, but you. The critics. Okay, sorry. Will, you're hilarious.
I didn't want to go there. Do you think he was uncomfortable sitting in front of a gay black guy?
Probably more gay than black, I would think. I hate to say that, but...
Whoa. Are you saying Don Lemon's not black? Oh my God. Don, you're more gay than black, bro. For real. You're the gayest and maybe slightly black. You're like 80% gay, 20% black. Everyone knows that. What'd you say? Mm-hmm. Why does this gay black dude, he needs a white woman to break it down for me. Help me think rightly.
But since people raised it and you said what you said, do you think that he
love
was
this
uncomfortable? I didn't want to go there.
No,
Do you think he was uncomfortable sitting in front of a gay black guy?
Please.
Probably more gay than black, I would think. I hate to say that, but I don't know. I don't know.
What does that
I don't
even
know.
mean?
I think he
having
didn't like,
answer questions from.
I don't think he likes control beyond himself, and so it doesn't matter who's
Psychological.
exerting it. I don't think he much likes Joe Biden either.
People have been asking me what I meant by.
Yeah, he doesn't like you or Joe Biden, bro.
Of a gay black who was uncomfortable.
Oh, God. Could you imagine listening to this for an hour? I can't think of a better waste of time. It's almost like, I feel like every one of his views, 90% of the views are going to be like hate watching, you know? Watching out of like their own deepest, darkest pains. And maybe that's something I could get into. There's something fun about watching something and just knowing you're going to hate it the whole time. just to laugh about it. Should I do a whole segment on all his podcasts? Willie, does that really make you uncomfortable, dude? Then why are you here? Because you know I'm a gay black man. Don Lemon. God, he's really riding that Elon you know what. He's like, can I bring up Elon Musk in a sentence every 5 seconds? Because no one's going to tune in to just hear my thoughts. But if I talk about Elon Musk, somebody might listen. He's just the worst. Okay. All right, viral sensation. TikToker tells illegal immigrants how to invade American homes and invoke squatters' rights. Doesn't he look like just a wonderful man? I would let my daughter date you, bro. God, he looks absolutely psychotic. All right. His video is him just ranting for like a minute, talking about what you can do to take over these homes. That his American brothers are going around taking over these homes, that all you have to do is invade it and then you can stay there for free. It's pretty insane. And it's also depressing that this is even a possibility in a fantastic country so much as this. Migrant TikToker with 500,000 strong online following is offering his comrades tips to invade unoccupied homes and invoke squatters' rights in the United States. Okay, here's some of the video.
Mi gente, he pensado invadir una casa en United States, ya que me enteré que existe una ley que dice que si una casa no está habitada, podemos expropiarla.
If a house is not inhabited, we can seize it. His call to arms will surely not sit well with homeowners who have been enraged over squatters' rights.
The house came with something unexpected. A man living in their home, who they say refuses to leave.
So Adele, you're getting arrested right now?
Being arrested.
For what?
For being in my own home.
Moreno previously headlines were called when all Venezuelans to unite to support. Oh, I missed it. I mean, at some point it's like, can you blame these people? They're coming from a country where it's crazy, and then they're coming into a country where they have more rights and more power than the country they were just in. And they're like, you mean we can be criminals and then the government is like supporting us in this? Okay. I'm desperate enough and I don't care about morality or being a good person or, assimilating into American culture. I just want to take over and own everything. This is the kind of mentality that is a reason to get out of the major cities. You have Democrats making lives worse, allowing people to come out on bail on very violent crimes. Just put out back on the street to go continue to murder and continue to do more horrible things. And this constant lie that it's just good people looking for jobs is so dumb. It's so dumb. It's like, I lament if I even gave that thought like a seat at the table in my mind. At the idea that, you know what? These people are actually good people. And how dare I, we are a nation of immigrants, okay? We are a nation of crime. I mean, we grew up, our ancestors defied the government, so they're doing the same thing, okay? This is insane. You're creating so much instability, and I think it's on purpose, and we all know it's on purpose, right? Because this kind of logic of allowing this to happen in our great nation is insane. We're just like, yeah, fine. Crime can be rampant. Border security, what's that even mean? That's racist to even say. Let's give these people free meals. Let's allow them to get guns in Illinois, even though Illinois is one of the hardest. Like, try to get a gun in Chicago. It's not easy. It's just, there is a major disaster coming, and I don't know what it's going to be because of incompetence and because that people are getting to the point where they're so black-pilled they don't even care anymore. They're just like, you know what? At this point, I just need to go live in my land and be apart from the government and, like in Idaho, get some property, build a fence, and live off my own property and my own rights, and then have my own country. I feel like that's the only way out of this crap. It's just like seeing that one woman get locked up for trying to get her own home. It's just in the fact that that big squatter story that's being posed around everywhere. A guy entered this woman's home, broke in. She went in, changed her locks. Then she got put in jail, and his only proof of like home ownership or residency is some bill that he used to do work on the house. That's not even real. I can make that bill on Google Docs in like 10 seconds. And cops are like, yeah, that makes sense. You can have that house. So why wouldn't a bunch of criminals enter in homes for free and they can just live there and take over like they're kings and queens? I thought we were against colonialism, okay? And now we're supporting it? What's the deal? I'm mad at this person, but I'm more mad at the government, and that's where your finger should be pointed. Arizona sheriff will remove illegal squatters. Yeah, that's good. There's great states for squatters, against squatters and things that happen. But not all states are equal, and those states are just inviting chaos, inviting people's lives to be a living hell, and it's just, and you think people are just going to put up with it? People are just going to be okay with it? Come on. This is going to end horribly. Somebody's going to squat in the wrong house, and a dude is going to come be heavily armed, probably with his buddies, and it's going to be a duke out. He's probably going to go in, kill the people that are squatting, and then the police are going to come, and then they're going to have a shootout. It's just like you're creating a more unstable, horrible environment for everyone. Too many have bad attitude. It's just, at this point, do you blame their attitude? I don't blame these people. We've allowed this. Our politicians have allowed this. If criminals are allowed to be criminals and they feel like they have the power, I mean, it's the same. It's what happens in Batman, where the criminals feel like they're invisible, that they can just pay off the cops, pay off the politicians, they can do whatever they want, so they become powerful. This is literally what's happening. And he feels so powerful that he can go on TikTok and create a video saying, hey, just go into people's houses. Who cares? Just go. They're not going to stop you. They're not going to like tell you to quit. They're not going to take you out of the house. They're not going to put you in jail. In fact, they're going to give you a debit card. They're going to give you a cell phone, probably give you the right to vote in local elections. We're not saying federal. What? That's a right-wing conspiracy. They're going to allow you to have guns, and you're just going to, anytime you commit a crime, they'll be put out on bail. And we'll get to your court case in 2 to 3 years, and you can live your life how you want. Tucker Carlson said he believes the government is likely going to assassinate President... Oh, God. I hope not. But it's not the first time. With all the crazy things that are doing to Trump, I believe Tucker is right. Probably. I think that would be, like, massive. That was always, like, the thing about, like... I don't know if I believe Tucker. I mean, hopefully that doesn't happen. But I've always said that about, like, Alex Jones. You know? He's just, like, too... If they were to do that to somebody like that, it's just too on point. You know what I mean? And he's like too powerful. But it would be... I wonder how Americans would respond if that would happen, though, to be honest. This is a bad take. This is bad to overtake America. Yes. Oh, that's what they're doing. They're just... Because we're weak. Aggressive, violent men will take over weak nations. Why not? You know, they're bullies. They're just looking for weakness and then they're exploiting it. They're horrible people. People that do stuff like this are horrible human beings, and they shouldn't be allowed in this country. They shouldn't even be allowed to be given a second chance. I don't think. Like, I don't want these people in this country. They're not. They're just takers. They're not givers. I think something is more likely. Everyone knows that Joe isn't going to last 4 years, but they are running him. Yeah, well, we'll have Kamala Harris as president in 2024, and you can thank Joe Biden for that. I think it's more likely that the CIA will dust off an old playbook and get rid of Joe. That's honestly probably a good shout out. God, that is so depressing. Like, I hate, like, even thinking about that, the things that come along with that kind of mindset, that the government is that against its own people, has so many implications that I don't think even the strongest believers of that are ready for. You know, some of these podcast hosts are just like so quick to saying these things, but if you really think about the implications that come with that, it's freaking devastating. It just means, like, literally, this whole thing is pointless. Elections are the idea that you have freedom, the idea that you can, you know, I mean, it's just so much that I try not to even go there because that would make me so black-pilled. Sorry, the last one I was dictating and I didn't do it right. Oh. Would you know the country behind Trump if they get rid of him? But if they got rid of Biden, unite the country against Trump. Oh, yeah, maybe. Okay, this story going around. This story is a story that maybe some of us have forgotten. This story is one of those stories that took the news by storm, and people had different outcomes to this narrative of Marine Daniel Penny. He's confident he's going to beat the manslaughter charges in the subway, but he is going to trial. And I don't think people understand the implications of this freaking jury trial. The jury trial is going to be devastating, but I want you to imagine this. If he gets put in jail, if he gets put behind bars for saving other people's lives, the dilemmas and the implications that come about in today's society will be devastating. Absolutely devastating. Ethical and moral dilemmas between people will start to erode. Moral values, more people will be okay watching violent crimes be taken place to more vulnerable populations like elderly, women, children, because I don't want to intervene. I don't want to stop that crime. There will be increased suffering in these inner cities because why would you stop a crime if you're going to jail to save someone's life? I mean, think about the social and psychological impact that will be taking place on you. Even if you call yourself a good person or a stand-up human being or somebody that is morally righteous, or, you know, you will start to even question in the midst of vulnerability should I intervene to stop this person's death? The fear and paranoia that you will even feel when things like that happen will be too much to bear. There will be more legal conflicts and controversies. Less and less people will stand up. And the only people that will stand up will be put in jail, so more good people will be put in jail. There'll be constant civil disobedience, because what's the point? I'm not going to help the cop. I'm not going to help that person stop. Oh, you're beating up that person's wife in front of me? I don't want to go to jail. I got a wife and kids to feed. I got a family to take care of. People will not feel safe in inner cities anymore. If you don't have the good Samaritans to stand up against crime, to stand up against insanity, to stand up against violent behavior, the cops aren't going to save you. They come after the crime is committed. I think that's a big reason a lot of violent criminals even stop themselves from committing crime, is because they know that people around them will stop them. People around them will say, hey man, stop it. Or intervene violently to challenge them in their violent desires. I mean, think about the cultural shift that will happen if more good people who stop crimes and save other people's lives go to jail. It's absolutely devastating. So my prayer and hope is that he gets out free. And if he faces, if the jury convicts him, holy crap, dude. I feel like more and more people in today's world are more black-pilled than ever and feel like there's not a lot of hope. And I'm praying that stuff like this starts to change. Because if you don't allow people to be a good Samaritan, who's going to stand up? I would intervene, but it's not wise anymore. That's what I'm saying. It's like, at this point, it's like me, when things go down in front of you, I'm starting to question if I should intervene. Do I need to help this person that I don't know? What if she hates me because I voted for Trump in the last election? See? And there goes the empathy eroding. It's just like, and they wonder why people are so full of anxiety and feel like they can't talk to each other. Huh? Oh, because of this. Because of this. Because we demonize good people and we lock up good people and the good people become silent. It's just a horrible recipe. All right, guys. Willie, Josh, Find and Fix It. I appreciate you guys being in the chat. I hope you guys have a fantastic rest of your day. I'm going live early today because it's AI Girl's birthday today. So I am going to, and I'm making that person a wonderful dinner. So I'm going to do that instead of going live tonight. But I will go live earlier in the day. I'm going to try to go live around 4 or 5 p.m. Eastern. Look out for that notification out there. Come hang out with us. Guys, I love this community. I love being a part of this, and I'm just so honored and thankful that you guys are here hanging out with me. It means a lot to me. It means the world